After we announced my pregnancy, my sister-in-law spent months plotting to humiliate me at the baby shower. I wish I'd known her plan sooner, because then I could have shut it down before everything went public. I thought my sister-in-law, Eva, was the sweetest person in the world, until she spent half a year planning the most embarrassing moment of my life. My name is Rachel Miller, I'm 29, and this is how, as a newly pregnant woman, I discovered the dark side of family gatherings, slow burn betrayal, and the power of standing up for yourself. It began after my husband, David, and I got married and settled into our first home outside of Portland. He had two older siblings, Eva and Mike, who I always felt close to. Eva was funny, warm, bubbly. She doted on me in the early days, helping with DIY projects, inviting me to dinners, asking about my dreams. I trusted her. Then I told her I was pregnant. Instantly, her tone shifted. The texts dwindled. The smiles got thinner. She began commenting on my weight, my glowy skin, my moodiness. "Pregnancy suits you," she'd say, but it wasn't warm. It was cold, calculated. At first, I thought I was overreacting. Maybe it was the hormones. Maybe people just didn't know what to say. But then invitations stopped. I didn't get the choreographed Instagram photos, the sisterly sparkle. I noticed she deleted mutual photos of us. Subtle erasure. It felt intentional. The final straw came when she started setting things up. A few weeks before the shower, I overheard her on the phone. "Yes, they're registering at West Elm, no gifts under 300 and make it a surprise. We're doing a roast segment at the shower. I've invited a few people to share funny anecdotes about Rachel's pregnancy, like the time she threw up at our neighbor's porch." Classic. My heart sank. That night, I woke up in tears. I knew what she was planning. A baby shower roast, a public humiliation dressed as family fun. I was devastated. But I didn't say a word right away. On the day of the shower, guests gathered in the backyard. The patio was floral and pastel, shimmering with balloons and tiny clothes. I kept waiting for an apology, for a timeout, for a sister-in-law to say, "Are you okay?" But no cue came. The roast segment began. Friends and family lined up to joke about me. I tried to laugh along, smiled through it, but then Eva stood up at the podium, grinning. She lifted their daughter's ultrasound photo. She said, "We found out it's a girl, but we all know she's going to be the dramatic one, just like her mama." The room erupted in laughter. I shrank. I stood there holding a floral mug as they finished. Then I spoke. "Thank you all for coming. And Eva, thank you for your effort. But I don't need this kind of welcome into motherhood." The room went silent. Then I quietly picked up my purse and walked out. No tears, no fight. Just a door click. I hopped in the car and drove home. Alone. And cried. That night, I drafted a message to the group chat. "Thanks for coming today. I need some time to rest." I deleted it. Then I called my husband. In his eyes, shock, anger, regret. Together we confronted Eva the next day. She showed no remorse. In fact, she sneered. "She needs toughening up. Everyone's telling jokes these days." I looked at her, really saw her, and realized I didn't love her. I barely respected her. In the weeks that followed, I leaned on friends, my mom, a therapist, and my husband. I focused on the baby growing inside me. I read stories about compassion in parenting, about dignity, about boundaries. I healed. 6 months later, our daughter arrived. I named her Grace. I invited Eva to visit her in the hospital. She refused, then asked me to ignore her TXT from months ago. I didn't. I told her, "Grace deserves better." When Grace was 3 months old, life clashed.